Alright, what is up you guys, and welcome back to the Progressive Skills in English Level 2 coursebook. In this video we're going to be going over the speaking section of Theme 5. Okay, so let's hop right in. Here we have Exercise A, Activating Ideas. Study Figure 1 on the right. What does it show? And do you have a balanced diet? Okay, so here we have, looks like different macronutrients for foods. We have carbohydrates, 44%, fats and sweets, 4%, meat and fish, 9%, dairy products, 13%, fruits, 13%, and vegetables, 17%. So this pie chart here looks like it's giving us a balanced diet. So I think according to this pie chart, this is what a balanced diet is supposed to look like. Okay, question 2. This is going to be up to you. So do you have a balanced diet? Answer this one, let me know, or don't, whatever you want. Okay, now let's go to exercise B, studying a model, reporting on research 1. Right, let's have a look here. What do we have? You're going to hear a student giving a talk about diet. Okay, listen to the first part of the talk, so there's going to be a second part to this, and look at figure 1 and table 1 below. Okay, and then study the start of each sentence below and complete it in a logical way. Use information from the figure and the table. Right, so just before you guys start listening, I want to let you know that we're going to have to complete these sentences. They're already going to be used in the audio, but we're going to use it in a different style, okay, if that makes sense. We're going to use the same information here and here as well in the pie chart and the timetable, or the table. Okay, but we're gonna just change some stuff, okay? So, 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Track 5.12.
According to nutritionists, everyone should eat a balanced diet. We can see a balanced diet in Figure 1. I wanted to find out if I have a balanced diet, so I did some research. Firstly, let me tell you about the research. I recorded my food intake for a typical day. You can see the results in Table 1. For breakfast, I had 2 slices of toast with butter and a cup of coffee with 1 spoonful of sugar. For lunch, I ate a burger and lots of chips with peas. Then I had a carton of yogurt. I also drank a glass of orange juice. For dinner, I had pasta with tomato sauce. I also had a chocolate bar in the afternoon. You can see it here in Table 1. Now I'm going to explain my analysis.
Okay. Now let's go to table 1. So she said that her food intake for one day was the following. So for breakfast she had 2 slices of toast, 1 piece of butter, and 1 coffee cup with 1 spoonful of sugar. Okay. For lunch she had 1 burger, lots of chips, peas, 1 carton of yogurt, and 1 glass of orange juice. Okay. Dinner was quite simple, pasta with tomato sauce. Okay. Snacks, she had a chocolate bar. Okay, now let's finish these sentences in a different fashion. Okay, so introduction, according to nutritionists, we'll say, people should eat a healthy, balanced diet. Okay, figure 1, so this right here, this pie chart, we want to see a balanced diet, or we can see a balanced diet. We'll say in figure 1. Okay, that's the exact same. I wanted to find out if she said, that's what she said. She said, I wanted to find out if I have a balanced diet. So we can say, wanted to find out if most people eat a balanced diet. Okay, firstly, let me tell you, what did she say? I think she said, firstly, let me tell you about the research. Okay, so we'll say, firstly, let me tell you about the research. I mean, it's the same one. We could say, firstly, let me tell you what the research says. Okay, table 1, we'll say, I recorded my usual food intake for a typical day. F, you can see the results. So we'll say you can see the results in table 1 right here. Okay. What else? For breakfast, okay, we can really change this now. So for breakfast, we could say I had 2 slices of toast with a cup of coffee with 1 spoonful of sugar and 1 piece of butter. Okay. For lunch, I had lots of chips with peas and a burger. Okay. I also had 1 glass of orange juice and 1 carton of yogurt. For dinner, I just had some pasta with tomato sauce. And in the afternoon, I had a chocolate bar. Okay? Now I'm going to explain. For this one, we'll say, well, now I'm going to explain my analysis, that final part. Not really important. Okay, so that was exercise B. Let's go to the vocab box, before we move on. So we have analysis, balanced, diet, eat/ate, estimate, increase, intake, pie chart, and record. Okay? Let's go to exercise C, studying a model, reporting on research 2. So this one is really similar. We're going to listen to the second part now and complete the sentences. Okay, so we're not going to change the sentences, we're just going to have to complete them. Okay, so here we have a pie chart. Okay, basically my daily intake as well by category. So carbohydrates, vegetables, fats, and sweets. You get the idea. And for table 2, we have classifying the food intake with different portions. Okay, now let's listen and see what we'll do after. Here we go.
Track 5.13.
Now I'm going to explain my analysis. I put each item into the correct food group.
Alright, I'm going to pause it just for a second to say that for table 2 here. So if we're going to have to complete these, so I'll say I put each item into the correct food group. Okay?
I estimated the portions at each meal and put the results into a table.
Okay, so we'll say I estimated the portions at each meal and put the results into a table.
Here are the results in table 2.
Okay, so here are the results in table 2. And then D.
I converted the raw data into percentages. Then I drew
Okay, so I converted the raw data into percentages.
this pie chart. Figure 2.
Then I drew this pie chart, as you guys can see here. Sorry.
We can compare my intake with the balanced diet pie chart.
We can compare my intake with the balanced diet pie chart right here.
I had almost the correct amount of carbohydrates. I also ate almost the correct amount of vegetables.
Okay, so I had almost the correct amount of carbohydrates, and I also ate almost the correct amount of vegetables, and meat and fish.
And meat and fish. However, I did not eat enough fruit.
However, I did not eat enough fruit. Okay?
And I had far too much in the category fats and sweets.
And she had too much in the category of fats and sweets right here.
I'm going to change my diet. I am going to eat more fruit, and
Okay, so I'm going to change my diet, and K.
going to try not to eat chocolate bars. I don't think I will increase my intake of dairy products because I don't like milk or cheese.
Okay, so she said, I don't think I'll increase my intake of dairy products because she doesn't like milk or cheese. Okay, so that was basically it. Okay, so these were the food types. She had more in the fats and sweets section. She almost ate vegetables similar to the balanced diet. And that's that. Yeah, that was basically it. Now let's move on to the next page. Here we have activating ideas A. Let's see what we have here. Look at the photographs, match each one to a word or phrase above. Okay, so we have 6 pictures here, and let's put the correct word for each one. So picture 1, this looks like a canteen, right? You go and and get some food. So this looks like, sorry, what did I say? Canteen right here. Okay. 2, this one's pretty simple. Vending machine. You go to a vending machine to like get a snack, right? Or water bottle or something. 3, this looks like Starbucks if I'm not mistaken. So this is obviously a coffee shop. Okay. 4, supermarket. This is the cashier of a supermarket. 5, this looks like a restaurant. And finally, takeaway, okay, or delivery, whatever you call it, okay, so takeaway. Okay, 2, where would you go for, and then we have 6 different places. Okay, so where would you guys go for a 3-course meal? Let me tell you what a 3-course meal is, for those of you that don't know. A 3-course meal is basically a meal that has, or that it's 3 different things served one after the other. So you're usually served a salad, then you have the main meal itself, whatever you're gonna have, and then it's followed up by dessert. So that is called a 3-course meal. Okay, so where would you go for that? I'd say you'd go to a restaurant, right? A restaurant that serves 3-course meals. What about a snack? For a snack, I'd definitely say maybe something like a supermarket or even going to a vending machine. Breakfast. For breakfast, I'd say you could either go to a restaurant that serves breakfast or you could go to a coffee shop. Most coffee shops nowadays serve breakfast as well. A quick lunch. For a quick lunch, I'll definitely say you could go to Subway, right, which is a place that serves quick sandwiches, or you could choose takeaway if that's what you want. About a coffee, again, a coffee shop is a logical answer. And finally, a healthy meal. This one's pretty interesting because the definition of healthy will be up to you. So I'll definitely say that you should look into a restaurant that you know for a fact serves healthy meals. Yeah, so basically a restaurant as well. Okay, what else do we have? Studying models. Let's take a look here. Okay, look at the conversations. Who are A and B in each case? Where are they? Okay, so let's take a look. So we have 1. Give me a second here. Are you ready to order? Or for order, we're gonna have to choose these later. Yes, I'll have the chicken with noodles. Anything to drink? Just tap water, please. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let it play, right? I'm gonna pause it after each one, and then we'll say who A and who B is and where are they. Okay, so here we go.
Track 5.14.
Conversation 1.
Are you ready to order?
Yes, I'll have the chicken with noodles.
Anything to drink?
Just tap water, please.
Okay, so are you ready to order? Yes, I'll have the chicken with noodles. Anything to drink? Just tap water, please. So for A is probably a waiter slash waitress. Waitress, obviously, I heard a girl's voice. And B is obviously a customer. Okay?
Conversation 2. What would you like to have?
The curry, please.
Rice or chips?
Rice, please.
Okay, so picture 2 is probably oh, I forgot to say that in 1 they were probably in a restaurant, okay? And for 2, looks like they were in a canteen. And again, A is someone from the serving staff, and B is again a customer.
Conversation 3.
That's £7.38 altogether, please.
Could I have a bag?
Certainly. Here you are.
Thanks.
Okay, so that's 7.38 altogether, please. Could I have a bag? Certainly. Here you are. Thanks. We'll say that they are at a supermarket, right? And A is the cashier, and B is, again, a customer.
Conversation 4.
What can I get you?
2 coffees, please.
With milk?
Yes, please.
Okay, so what can I get you? 2 coffees, please, with milk. Yes, please. Okay, so we'll say they are at a coffee shop, and A is, again, staff, and B is a customer.
Conversation 5. What do you want?
A cheese sandwich, I think.
OK, put the money in here. Press G12.
Thanks. I think I've got the right coins.
Okay, what do you want? Or actually, let me rewind that just to check.
Coins.
Here, press do you want?
A cheese sandwich.
Conversation 5. What do you want?
Okay, what do you
A
want?
cheese sandwich, I think.
OK, put the money in here. Press G12.
Thanks. I think I've got the right coins.
Okay, so for 5, we'll say that obviously they are at a vending machine, and A is simply a person helping, and B is the person buying.
Conversation 6.
Good evening, Pizza Rapida.
Oh, hi. Can I order a pizza for delivery, please?
It will be about 45 minutes. Is that okay?
That will be fine.
Okay, so for 6, we'll say that, we'll say it's takeaway. Okay, takeaway or delivery, both are correct. So A is obviously the staff, and B is a customer. Okay, so that was exercise B. Yeah, B, right? Yep, B. What else do we have? Practicing a model here. So write a new conversation for one of these places. Alright, so this is going to be up to you. So choose one. I'm going to choose, we'll choose a coffee shop. So we'll, maybe we can say, what do you guys want for today, right? As the staff or someone that's the waiter. And B, who's going to be the customer, will probably say something like a latte and a coffee. Then the staff member will say, you want it with milk, and how much sugar do you want? And then the answer will be depending on what someone wants. So no, yes, yes, no, no to both. It depends. Okay? So choose one and practice a conversation with a partner if you're in class, which I don't think you are because of this pandemic. Anyway, I think this is the first part. Now let's move to the second part, you guys. Alright, you guys, so now let's go to exercise A, next page. So pronouncing what vowels correctly. Okay, so obviously in this course you have learned to pronounce key vowels. Say each word in the left-hand column, so this one right here and this one right here. Find another word in the right-hand column, so this and this, with the same vowel sound. Then choose 5 words and use each word in a sentence. Okay, so here we go. So 1, we have mix. Mix has the same vowel sound as pitch. Okay, so mix goes with pitch. Flat, 2, flat goes with, we'll say snack. Okay, so flat, that A sound, and snack. 3, job goes with lot. Okay, job and lot. Dust. Okay, dust goes with, or sorry, dust is right here. This is luck, so luck goes with dust. Okay, and 5, net goes with friend. Okay, net and friend. Now let's go to the other column. Here we have fee. We'll say that fee goes with keep right here. So fee goes with keep. 2, smart. Smart has that A sound. It'll be the same as far. Smart, far. Smart, fart. Okay, so smart and far. 3, court. We'll say court goes with fall. Has that same vowel sound. 4, rude. Rude will go with group. Oh, sorry. I do not want sound, I want group. So rude will go with group. 5, worst will go with, worst goes with burst. Has that same vowel sound. 6 is plain. Okay, plain here means as in plain bland, right? Not plain as in an airplane. So 6, plain, we'll say break. Plain, break. 7, own. Own is the same as roll. Okay, so own, roll. 8, shy. Shy is similar to tide. Okay. Boy, noise, and cloud, sound. Okay, you guys? So cloud, sound, boy, noise. So these were the different similar sounding vowels. okay, or words. Now choose 5 words and use each word in a sentence. Okay, interesting. We'll say for mix, we could say something like, I'm gonna mix the eggs, right? I'm gonna mix the eggs with the powder to make a cake. Okay, flat, could say, these shoes are for flat feet. Okay, 3, I could say, I got a new job interview. Okay, good luck on your job interview, or good luck in the future. I think that's about it. Yeah, we did 5. I'm gonna do one more just in case. So dust, I could say, there's been a lot of dust around my house recently. Okay, now let's move on, where we have stressing words correctly. Okay, here we have different word stresses, and we're gonna put all of these in the correct columns below. So in this course, you'll learn to stress yeah. Say each word in the box below and write the word in the correct column of the table. Okay, choose 5 words and use each word in a sentence. Okay, let me actually see here. So for 1 here, we're gonna choose, what do we have? We have substance, so I'll take this. So substance, and I'll take symbol. Okay, you see, it's really similar. Vapor as well. I just saw it, yep, right here. Vapor. We could also say lightning. And we'll say difference. Okay, so substance, symbol, vapor, lightning, and difference. Okay, this right here we'll say persuade. Okay, see the difference? Between, we'll also say career. I just saw it right here. Okay, and then we'll say predict and reward as well. So persuade, between, career, predict, and reward. Okay, here we'll say atmosphere, and then we'll say customer, influence, primary, I just saw it right here, and tertiary. Okay? Okay, and the finals here we'll say impression. I mean, it's all of these, so we'll say impression, recruitment, behavior, vacation, and semester. Okay? So that was stressing words correctly. Now, I'm pretty sure these are similar. I mean, these things are pretty familiar for you guys. We've talked about them a lot in the past themes. Let's go to exercise C, using fixed phrases. Alright, interesting. In this course, you have learned to use a number of fixed phrases. Complete each phrase with 1 word. And then, actually, sorry, please forgive me before we move on. I forgot B2 here. So choose 5 words and use each word in a sentence. So I'm going to have to choose 5 words. And, I mean, this is entirely up to you, by the way, but I'll just use 5 words and make a sentence out of each one. So, we'll choose, I don't know, vacation maybe. So we'll say we're gonna have to cancel our vacation. Okay. Okay. Recruitment. I'll say the company has already started recruitment. Okay. Symbol. Okay. So this, I think I have a good sentence for that one. We'll say the S on Superman's chest is a symbol of hope. So I'll say the S on Superman's chest is a symbol of hope. I know, pretty interesting sentence. And finally, we'll say that he persuades, so we're going to change it up a bit. We'll say he persuaded me to buy the new headphones. Okay? Or his new headphones, if we're talking about him. Okay, now let's move on using fixed phrases. Right, so in this course, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Choose 5 phrases and use each phrase in a sentence. Okay. Let's complete each phrase first with 1 word. So, I'm dash to talk about. So, we'll say I'm going going to talk about. And 2, first of dash, I will. So we'll say first of all, I will. Then I'll tell dash you about, so I'll say tell. Okay, 4, finally, I dash mention some of these, so we'll do it like this. I'll mention some of the, and then keep going. It's every year on the 30th. Sorry, dash, did you say, so we'll say did. So did you say the 30th? Okay. 6, I don't understand, dash, you repeat that. We'll say could. Could you repeat that? 7, did you dash that? So we'll say did you know that? 8, dash, the first powered flight happened in dash. Okay. 8, we'll say, oops, sorry, let me write that. Apparently. Okay, apparently, actually no, this is not how you write apparently. Sorry about that. We'll say apparently the first powered flight happened in, and then keep going. 9, dash to research in the USA. We'll say according to research in the USA. 10, it says, okay, and then that, so it says here, okay, it says here that, and keep going. 11, I dash that children watched, I think that children watch too much TV. 12, now we dash to, so we'll say now we turn to. 13, firstly, we'll say there are, and then you can keep going. Next, we, then I'll say have. Okay, so these are the fixed phrases. Now let's choose 5 and use 5 in a sentence. So I'm going to take 1, and I'll say, I'm going to talk about the difference between laptops and desktops, right? First of all, I will talk about laptops, then I'll tell you a little bit about desktops, okay? Now I did 3 so far. Okay, I could also say, did you know that there are more people that speak English in China than the whole United States? Okay. What according and for one, we'll choose one more. So we'll say according to research in the USA, and this is based on a real fact, by the way. Well, I mean, I know it's a study. I'm not sure if it's in the USA. So according to research in the USA, calories is the only way to burn fat. Okay? Yeah, that was exercise C. Now let's move on. What do we have here? Here we have making yes or no questions. You guys remember yes or no questions? Okay, so complete each yes or no question with one word in each space. So A, we'll say dash your house near here. So we'll say, is your house near here? Yes or no. Remember, we want yes or no questions. Dash, you like football? We'll say, do you like football? Okay. And C, dash, you got a car? So we'll say have you got a car? D, dash, you play tennis? So we'll say, can you play tennis? You like to go abroad? We'll say, would you like to go abroad? F, you do homework last night? And then we'll say, did you do homework last night? Dash, you from Italy? We'll say, are you from Italy? Dash, you good at math at school? So we'll say, were you good at math at school? I, you tell me the time? Could you tell me the time? And J, dash, going to be a teacher, or you going to be a teacher? So we'll say, are you going to be a teacher? Okay. Now let's choose. Actually, never mind. We don't have to choose here. So let's keep going. Now ask and answer questions above in pairs. Obviously, if you're in pairs or if you're in an online session, do this. If not, you can just skip it. Make an open question for each answer. All right, so here we have some answers, and we're going to make an open question. So no yes or no questions, open ones. Okay, so A, the answer is going to be Japan. So what can I do? I could say, where are you from? Right, and he'll answer me with Japan. Okay, I'm 18, so I'll say, how old are you? I'm 18. C dash, and he answers with, I'm a student, or she. So I'll say, what do you do? I am a student. D, it's $5. So I'll ask, how much is this? By the way, you need to add question mark. I am so sorry, guys. Wow, can't believe I made that rookie mistake. How much is this? It's $5. On the second floor, so I could ask a question like, where is the library, maybe? Okay, where's the library? On the second floor. F, the answer is at 10 a.m., so I could ask something simple like, when does it start? At 10 a.m. G, 2 hours. I could ask a similar question, how long does it last? Okay, and again, I'll have to add the question mark. H, about 20. I'll say, how many people came to the party? Okay, so the question is, how many people came to the party? Okay, then I, once or twice a week. So I'll say, how often do you go out in the evening? Okay, we'll say once or twice a week. J, the answer is Mrs. Johnson. So I'll say, maybe I'll say something like, who is in charge of year, actually, sorry about that, year 1, and the answer will be Mrs. Johnson. Okay, so that was exercise D, making yes or no questions and then making open questions for each answer here. Alright, what else do we have? Do we have anything else? Yeah, we have the vocab box here. We have according to, apparently, behavior, did you know that, difference, first of all, impression, influence, persuade, and predict. Okay, so that was the second part of the speaking section, you guys. Now let's move on to the final part. Right, you guys, now let's move on to the final part of the speaking section. Here we have exercise E, editing sentences. There is a mistake in each sentence or question below. Find the mistake and correct it. So 1, I don't think it isn't a good idea. This is obviously wrong. We're going to say, I don't think it's a good idea. Sorry about that. Below here. So I don't think it's a good idea is the correct one. Okay? We do not celebrate very much birthdays. Okay, this just made me cringe. This is wrong. So we'll say we do not celebrate, we'll say birthdays very much. Okay, so we do not celebrate birthdays very much. Goalkeepers can to touch the ball with their hands. Okay, so we'll just change the word to, we'll get rid of it, so we'll say goalkeepers can touch the ball with their hands. Oops. Okay. I'm going to make the examination next month. Okay. Actually, I'm not going to make it, I'm going to take it, so I'll say I'm going to take the examination next month. Okay, I'm going to take the examination next month. Who did invent the bicycle? Instead, we'll say who invented the bicycle. And actually, oh, sorry about that. Question mark. who invented the bicycle? When Carl Benz invented the motor car. This doesn't make sense, so we'll say when did Carl Benz invent the motor car? And question mark. Okay, so when did Carl Benz invent the motor car? I'd like having tea. Instead, we'll say I'd like to have tea. Okay, would you mind to open the window? No, we'll say would you mind opening the window? And question mark. It was sunny because I went for a walk. Actually, we're not gonna say because that would be weird. So we'll say it was sunny, so I went for, sorry about that, went for a walk. Okay, it was sunny, so I went for a walk. My city is on the Nile. That is the longest river in the world. So we'll say my city is on the Nile. Okay, and sorry about that. You guys know Nile is a name, so N should be capital. Okay, which is the longest river in the world? Okay, my city's on the Nile, which is the longest river in the world. Okay, so that was editing sentences. Now let's go to exercise F and the final speaking section that we'll do. Okay, making questions. Let's take a look. Put the words from each question in the correct order below. Okay, C. What do you would eat like? Okay, interesting. So we'll say, what would you like to eat? Okay. I have the bill, can please. We'll say can I have the can I please have the bill? Okay, or can I please have the bill? Or you could also say please please can I have the bill? Both are correct. 3. You would like ice? Nope. We'll say would you like ice? 4. Are you ordered to ready? Wrong. I'll say are you ready to order? Okay. What else? 5. Get else, can anything I? We'll say can I get you anything else? Okay, so can I get you anything else? 6. Did or your enjoy meal? You did. We'll say did you enjoy your meal? 7. Menu would like dessert the you. Okay, we'll say would you like the dessert? Would you like the dessert menu? Okay, so would you like the dessert menu? And 8. Sparkling you would or water still prefer? Okay, this one's pretty interesting. So we'll say would you prefer still or sparkling water? Okay. 9. Sir, finished, you have. We'll say have you finished, sir? And this is a yes or no question, by the way. Okay, so have you finished, sir? 10. Can reserve tonight I for I or A for I table. Okay, so I'll say can I reserve a table for tonight? Can I reserve a table for tonight? Okay, so that was exercise F. And yeah, that was speaking section, you guys. Theme 5. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.